What up, gamers? So if you've been checking on the channel, you'll see that I've done a lot of glitches. Now, these glitches are mainly FPS games. I've done Apex glitches and all of that. We're gonna discuss on how I actually find these glitches. There's a three-step method to do it. Three-step method that I call the POO method, or POO. First part of the POO method is problem. Now you want to figure out what you want to solve. So for instance, if you look at my channel, you can see that I do a bunch of glitches in Apex Legends, and one of the problems that I found in Apex Legends was swapping weapons. Swapping weapons took way too long for me, that sometimes ended me in a gunfight. So I wanted to fix that problem with the glitch. So now I, determined the problem, what I want to be solved. Like, I want to be able to instantly swap weapons, okay? Now, the next part of the POO method is to determine obstacles. Now, basically what that means is that what is stopping you from doing said, instant swap, for example, for me. What was stopping me from the instant swap was long animation was happening, pulling out my guns, took forever. I just wanted to fix that. So maybe I was thinking, what if, you actually want to say what if, what if I do this and what if I do that? So for your specific problem, okay, that you want it to be solved, first, what I like to do is to figure out what the mechanics are. So for instance, swapping weapons on Apex Legends, they're just swapping your weapons. You press 1 or 2 to swap weapons. That's one of the mechanics there. You swap weapons. And since it's a long animation, I was thinking, what happens if you use another animation in between that animation, if that makes any sense? So like, I was thinking at first, then I kept thinking to myself, what happens if you climb and switch weapons at the same time? Most of these glitches that I find actually are found because I do them simultaneously. Like for instance, the Joker glitch, that glitch was found because I shot and dropped my weapon at the exact same time. So that happened simultaneously. And the thing is that the game just like doesn't know what to do because you're dropping two things at the same time. Same thing for all these other things. You're doing two things at the same time. Sometimes you have to do that for a bunch of glitches that I find. So that's probably, it could be the same way for your glitch. If you're finding a glitch and your problem wants to be solved, sometimes for me it just happened because I do it simultaneously. Two different actions cancels out the original action. Determining what is stopping me from doing the glitch, instant swapping, and now I hypothesized what to do. And I know this sounds like some science stuff. Oh, if then statement. Oh no, this isn't science. It's just I said hypothesize because I didn't know a better word. Think science here. This is Kalo science, or science. Boom, perfect. Now we have the PO part of the POO method. And now the last part of the POO method is to perform the glitch. Now, performing the glitch can go, either way. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not. If it does work, then that means you found a glitch. Hooray! But then other times, you don't find a glitch, but you do find an interesting bug. Sometimes that happens where I don't find a glitch or what I want, but I find an interesting bug. That's just kind of interesting. If you don't find the glitch that you don't want, then remember, go back to the determine obstacles part of the POO method. You just figure out what you want to do. So like, let's say instant swapping, right? What happens if I climb and switch weapons at the same time? Let's say that that didn't do it, which it doesn't, by the way. So I did it, right, and it didn't work. So I'm like, what's another animation thing that can cancel out the first animation of the swapping weapons? So I was thinking, what happens if I use Pathfinder to grapple? And that sort of worked, kind of. But then I figured out that what happens if I found another glitch about that it was about the tactical ping glitch, where on Pathfinder you press tactical and then you press your ping button and it instantly cancels out his grapple. So I was thinking, what happens if I use that and swap weapons? So I combined two different things, and I was like, what happens if I do that? I did that and it worked. So what I did was just swap weapons in between the animation. like right as I press the swap weapons key and I do the tactical ping glitch, and then all of, it swaps my weapon instantly. Hooray, I found a glitch. And that's the poo method. It's as simple as that. You could probably find a glitch in freaking Pac-Man if you wanted to. All you gotta do is just, figure out the mechanics, what the mechanics are, perform the glitch with your hypothesis, and then boom, perfect. Find a glitch in any game. That's all you have to know. Bye.